he mentions Aryan's directorial debut and that they have a character. So I didn't hear anything beyond Aryan, and I was like, you know what? I'm there.
Yeah.
No matter what the character is, doesn't concern me. I'm gonna be there because Aryan is mysterious, man.
Yeah.
Like, as you can tell.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope within that mystery lies a season 2. Then Ashutosh sir walks out, and then everyone's like, so I was like, wow, dude, this guy's the man.
The filmmaker gets a standing ovation without the film.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Honestly, I just love what I do.
Yeah.
And so any task or, obstacle course that comes along with it is just so much more fun. It's just fun to tackle. I mean, Indians in New York, I think we love film, a little more.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's something from home. I love this guy, man. Honestly, like, he knows.
Hey,
he knows. Best in the business,
Hey,
straight up. And I'm saying this on camera. It better be like, subscribe to Radio 1 right now.
All right, welcome to the socials of 94.3 Radio 1. I'm Bhaarat, and I'm so excited to be joined by actor/musician or musician/actor if we go into the logistics of it. Armaan Khera.
What's up, Bhaarat?
Brother, so good to have you on the show. And, we all loved this show that you were a part of. And I think this is a monumental moment for OTT content and the meta-ness of Bollywood that was, of course, showed to us by the Bads of Bollywood, this wonderful show that you're a part of. Let's talk about the journey of this show. How did it begin for you? How did your casting come to be?
Honestly, I was shooting Citadel near Nainital at the time, and in between scenes, it was a beautiful forest, so I decided to take a walk. Karan, Malli, and Nandini Shrikant, they've been very kind to me. They've always sent me auditions, throughout the years. And then I hadn't heard from Karan in like a year. He got me my first film, which was Tesh. Got me a couple of other things, and then I was like, shit, have I pissed off Karan? Or something? So I'm gonna give him a call.
Right.
So the first thing I do is when he picks up, I'm like, Karan, why haven't I heard from you? And he's like, oh, no, nothing, man. And he was just laughing. He's like, nah, bro, we've set up a new office now, so everyone's caught up with that. And I was like, okay, cool. But within that phone call, he mentions Aryan's directorial debut and that they have a character. So I didn't hear anything beyond Aryan. And I was like, you know what? I'm there.
Yeah.
No matter what the character is, doesn't concern me. I'm going to be there.
But that's really interesting that you mentioned that, because Aryan has not directed anything prior to this. This is his first foray into direction, and that too by the means of a really complex Netflix show which is talking about the underbelly of Bollywood.
Yeah, exactly.
Were you bowled over when you read the script? Like, did you feel that this is something really mind-blowing?
So I didn't get to read the full script. And I believe that holds true for, a few of the actors in the show. That's why you'll see in the interviews that even they were quite, taken aback when they saw like the actual twist of the series.
Oh, so are you telling me that Laksh and Seher didn't know about the twist?
Actually, now that's not confirmed.
That's not confirmed.
That's not confirmed. Who knows? They might have had an idea.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby Deol and Mona Singh clearly knew, but I mean, they probably didn't. So that's crazy. But I mean, there could be potential spoilers, so just watch out. But yes. Well, that's so cool. But I would want to ask you, of course, casting is in place. You are signed for this show. You really don't know much about your character, and you get into prep.
Yeah.
How is that like for you? Because you would rather want everything laid out for you and you can prep better. How do you go about that?
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I believe I was given enough to start the rehearsals. Now, there's one thing that I really love about Aryan as a director, and that is that he asked us to, come to the office and rehearse at least 2 or 3 times before each scene was shot.
Okay.
So we always walked on set very confident as to what we needed to do, what was expected of us. And I love it. I love the fact that he took out that time to observe how we react to each other, before actually getting on set. And as for, I mean, like you said, this is Aryan's first show. So how did I just immediately?
Yeah.
And a lot of people think that, it's because he was
Shah Rukh Khan's son. Yeah, you want to get in the good.
So I want to be a part of that crowd. But it's no. I mean, I don't know. And I believe this holds true for a few people. We've seen Aryan on social media. We've seen photos of him here and there and stuff like that. I remember about 5 or 6 years before even shooting Bads, I saw him on a social media post. And I don't know, man, sometimes you just get the energy that, bro, this guy's going to do something,
Yeah.
You have it in your eyes, man. And you have it or you don't have it. and he clearly had it from the start. So I told myself that if anything ever comes up in which Aryan, and like that Aryan's a part of, I'm gonna be there, bro.
Wow,
Like
wow.
regardless.
That's great. So this
Regardless.
goes beyond the journey of you just being a part of this show. I think you probably resonated with his personality.
Yeah, man.
But having seen him on a social media post, cut to working with him,
Yeah.
how is he as a person? What's the energy on the set, and how did you go about all of that?
Bruv, honestly, I had the best time, and it's because Aryan made us all feel welcome. He made us all feel like, you know what, this is gonna be a hit. I'm sorry, excuse my language.
That's okay.
guys.
We have the beeps are going to be in place.
Okay,
Don't
yeah.
worry.
But Aryan gave us that confidence that this is gonna be a hit. He gave us the confidence to perform so that it could be a hit. And yeah, I mean, it was a calm, chill environment always on set. It wasn't crazy, it wasn't hectic, it wasn't like, oh, the director's frustrated. None of that. Like, he seemed very focused. He was very driven by the pursuit of perfection. Like, he wanted everything to be on point.
Yeah.
And if he didn't get it, all right, brother, another 2 takes, let's go.
Absolutely. You have a really interesting filmography.
Mhm.
You've, of course, been a part of a really wonderful TV show, which is Everest, directed by Ashutosh Gawariker.
Wow, man, you know of Everest.
Yeah, I mean, yes, for sure. I did my R&D. But, you've been a part of Everest. You've been a part of Masaba. You worked with Sonam. You worked with Ashutosh Gawariker. You worked with Nag Ashwin on Kalki.
Mhm.
Some really great energies, really unique voices in filmmaking.
Oh.
And, like you mentioned that you were even a part of Citadel. So that brings us to Rajan DK.
Yeah, Rajan DK.
Really unique voices. Made some
exactly,
wonderful projects. If you could describe all of the energies in one word, let's begin with Ashutosh Gawariker. How would you describe his energy on set and as a filmmaker in one word? What would that be?
Ooh, wow. He's royalty, man.
Yeah.
Like, he walks, and I remember the first day he walked outside of like the set, and we were all having lunch, and literally as like he caught someone's eye, everyone like just gets up, like we're having lunch here,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then Ashutosh sir walks out, and then everyone's like so I was like, wow, dude, this guy's the man.
The
Like,
filmmaker gets a standing ovation without the film.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Yeah.
But that also just shows because his work is just exceptional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched Lagan like 100 times.
Oh, for sure.
And
that's like 4 hours long. So that's like
and-
4,000 hours
Yeah,
worth of like
exactly.
content that you watch.
And that's literal like facts. Like, I probably did watch it 100 and something times.
Wow.
you know?
Was this before you like got into the project, or was this
I
after?
was a kid, bro. I was just like, I was up in New York, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I mean, Indians in New York, I think we love film, a little more.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's something from home. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And it connects us with like with our people.
Absolutely.
So watching a Hindi film in New York was always a great experience. And so anytime I'd watch a film, I'd probably watch it another 10, 20 times,
Absolutely.
Because, yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of you being in New York,
Yeah.
music is a really inherent and important aspect of your life.
Oof.
And music has got you here. It's not the other way around.
I love this guy, man. Honestly, like he knows.
Hey,
he
thank
knows.
you,
Best
thank
in the business, straight
no.
up. And I'm saying this on camera. It better be like, documented.
You're too kind.
For
Thank
real.
you. Really appreciate it. So I would actually want to ask you about that. Music is, a really important aspect of your life, and you got into it when you were in New York, is what you've told me.
Yeah.
Of the camera.
Mhm.
What was that journey like for you? Discovering music in the heart of it. The kind of music that you make is really different to what we hear in mainstream out here in our country, and you've been doing it for all these years. What was your first foray into music like?
All my boys in New Zealand were making music. In the backyard. They set up a little studio, and it was Marco's dad. And Marco's dad was actually recording gospel music in that studio.
Okay.
And then so Marco, Michael and Drusos and Sujai Jones. Like, these guys are artists, and they're still like great hip hop artists. So they would always go to the backyard and make music. One day I was just chilling. Honestly, I was just having some fun, and I got on the mic, and I mean, after that I just found like music became one of the most significant aspects of my life.
It was a transformative journey for you.
Oh yeah,
life was
definitely.
different.
Now we actually had a place. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little story.
Oh, for sure.
All right.
Please.
We had a place. We used to call it Cushion Continental. Okay. This was a place that was on the 7th floor in the capital of New Zealand, Wellington, and this was a place that the doors were always unlocked. So everybody kept coming in. There was always like sick parties and stuff like that. Michael was always like, you know, DJing. He had this fat iPod, which was literally the Bible of hip hop.
Okay.
He had everything, bro. And so we're chilling, like, you know, we're having fun. And then one day, like just another guest comes through with a friend of mine, and he happens to be a cinematographer from LA. And so at that time, I was singing some Frank Ocean. Like, you know, I was singing to Frank Ocean. Frank and The Weeknd were like our favorites at the time.
Yeah.
But they weren't very famous. They
Right.
weren't like globally known.
Yeah.
So
The weekend before House of Balloons, probably.
exactly, brother.
Yes.
That's the exact
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
You know, so
And when Frank Ocean used
and
to
Frank
make music.
Ocean-
When he used to make music.
when
back in the day.
when Thinking About You
Yeah.
was just a random single that he had released. It wasn't on Channel Orange.
Correct.
So I'm singing to like some Frank Ocean here and there, and then this guy's saying, "Hey, bro, you got a nice voice, man. Let me shoot a music video of you doing a cover or something." I'm like, "Bro, I'm not the musician, but my boy Sujay, he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's actually a sick musician. He's got a project releasing in this season. You guys have to check it out. It's
Yeah,
amazing."
for sure.
But Sujay, like, I was like, "Well, no, let's do a music video for him." Now, so at that time, we didn't have money for anything. Brother, I used to steal milk from my insurance company to bring it home and make chai for everybody and, like, you know, at Cushion Continental.
Yeah.
So I tell this to Sujay the next day, and he's like, "Bro!" Like, his reaction was gold.
Yeah.
He's like, "Amazing. Bro, why don't you do the chorus?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "All right, let's give it a try."
Yeah.
And then, boom, we recorded the chorus, released the video, and I walked through Courtney Place at the time. And I remember people just being like, "Hey, yo, what's up, Armaan?" Like, you know, I started being recognized as a rapper.
Yeah.
And all I did was just 4 lines. So that really gave me, like, you know, I loved the feeling because the process was fun. And then people are actually like reciprocating, like, you know, the audience is liking it. So while I was working at this insurance company, I'm just writing, bro, like in between calls, trying to sell insurance, you know? And I start writing music, bro. Within 6 months, I had 20 tracks ready.
Wow.
And I went and I released my first project. And that's when music, I haven't been able to part with it since.
Wow, I really hope you don't.
Never.
What year was this though?
This was like 2012 when I released. It was an album, a mixtape called T20.
Okay, we're going to link it in the
And,
description. Please go and check it out.
Actually, guys, please don't link it. in the
Okay.
description.
Unlink.
No, that was like my roots
Okay.
of what I was to become. Like,
Yeah.
you know, as an
Artillery is
artist.
something that we'll probably.
Artillery.
Yeah.
Now that's something.
Yeah.
Now that's something. Yeah. Straight up.
Yes, let's talk about that. How did the collaboration with EPR come to be?
Oh, EPR and I were working on Kalbali Records.
Yes.
So we were both acting on that. And we had talked about it. Like we just randomly said to each other, "Hey man, we're gonna make a track. We're gonna do this, this, and that."
Yeah.
And EPR obviously is extremely occupied with his work. So it was up to me to finally get a hold of him and be like, yo, brother, remember we had to do that track?
Yeah.
So I finally got it. And so in Artillery, there's a track called Kalbali Jazz. Jazz was my character's name, and I'm rapping as Jazz.
Okay.
Artillery is basically a project that was based on a time in my life after shooting Masaba, where I was working so much. I was shooting about 3 or 4 projects at the time. What Up, the title track is me living that actor's life and the adrenaline that came along with it. You know, 5 a.m. flights 5 times this week. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then there's like an incident that happened with my own life, like, you know, on the second. And then Kalbali Jazz, obviously. That's me rapping as Jazz and EPR rapping as his character. And then Battlefield Insomnia, which is like me rapping as my character in Taj. So I was playing Salim's right-hand man in the Mughal series called Taj.
Of course, yes.
And boom, yeah, man, Artillery came about. But then we finally released it this year, so...
Wow,
long
it's
time
been a
coming.
Journey. And it also encapsulates a journey.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, wow. That's so cool. I mean, you know, you just mentioned all these wonderful shows that you've been a part of.
Yeah.
And it's a really interesting time for content in India because the consumption patterns have changed.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since 2020, the whole scenario has changed where it's giving a head-on to mainstream films. And you've been a part of some really interesting projects on some really interesting platforms. Yeah. Right from Taj and Everest back in the day, which was a big show back in the day when it was probably OTT when OTT didn't exist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Star Plus, man.
So, yeah, absolutely.
You know,
I mean, that was Netflix back in the day.
Yeah.
So talk to me about this. You know, when you are not working on a movie and you're probably shooting these long form content pieces, you have to be in character for a much longer time. There's more screen time to your character.
Yeah.
Probably it might be favorable to you because you probably ease into the character and sort of it compounds and becomes inherent to you. But with all these gears that you've shifted via the means of these different projects that you've done, how do you transition between one project to another? Like, how do you keep yourself intact and don't lose yourself within these projects? How does that work for you?
Honestly, I just love what I do.
Yeah.
And so any task or, obstacle course that comes along with it is just so much more fun. It's just fun to tackle. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that applies to anything in life. Like if you love it, then no matter what challenges the universe throws your way, related to that, you're going to get through.
Right.
So I didn't really have to adjust myself, or I didn't have to really deal with a certain way to, okay, how do I transition from this character to this? No, as long as you prepare, right? In my experience, as long as you prepare, you're good to go. Like for Taj, for instance, I just went heavy into like Mughal history. And Mughal history was one of my favorite topics in general, like back when we were doing social studies in school. So all I did was like look into like documentaries and read some books, you know what I'm saying? And it's hard because you can't enact the exact mannerisms that these people have had because it's historical, right? But then you do get a sense, an idea, and all these things, all these pieces of information have certain vibes to them, have certain energies. And if you're diligent, then you'll be able to absorb.
Yeah.
So yeah, thankfully I have been diligent, but that's not because I'm good at being diligent. It's because I love what I do.
Oh, I mean, you also deserve some credit for that, for sure.
Nah, bro.
Well, speaking of historical projects, of course, a really modern historical project, a blend of both the worlds would be Kalki, which goes in the mythological space as well. Really monumental project for our country because it probably is our answer to the Dunes of the world. And you, of course, have a visionary director like Nag Ashwin, who's previously held Mahanathi. And then he's making this big pan-India movie with Amitabh Bachchan, Kamal Hassan, Prabhas, Deepika Padukone, and you find yourself in this wonderful ensemble cast, a memory for a lifetime. What was that experience like for you?
One day shoot, brother, but it was beautiful. Yeah. But it was beautiful.
Yeah, that's for the books. It. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, man. And I'm just so grateful to have been a part of such,
Yeah.
Like, wow. I mean, I don't even have words to describe it because I didn't expect it to be what it became.
Yeah.
I went for a shoot day. I needed the money, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, I arrive on set and I get it done and then I'm back. I had some nice food, like South Indian food, which I love, by the way.
Yeah.
And then I came back a year later, like people start sending me like photos and start sending me like videos of me, like, that of me on screen in theaters. And I'm like, wow, dude, this is sick.
Yeah.
And like, not just from India, bro. Like,
I mean,
people
across
from
the world.
around the world. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah. I mean, that probably might be the most amount of eyeballs before Bads, maybe.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, might be
I think Masaba was probably quite a bit. Though I didn't get enough. I didn't not enough, but I didn't get as much love for Masaba as I got for Bads.
Right.
Bads was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
You got a pedal there, but you got a bouquet here.
Yeah,
in terms of,
yeah. And I mean, I had so much to do in Masaba. Like I was, I was playing one of the primary characters.
Of course.
So, but Masaba, nevertheless, is always going to be a very special project. Like Sonam is just a brilliant director.
Yeah.
She knows what she wants. And that's what I've seen. Actually, you, when you were asking me the question, okay, like, what's one thing that you see in all these directors, right? The one common thing I do see is that they all know what they want.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you know what you want, brother,
the sky's the limit.
Yeah, sky's the limit. Like, so.
The Asman is the limit.
Bro, I cannot believe he just said Asman. Serious.
Season 2, justice for your character. I mean, season 2.
Justice for Sameer, please.
Yeah. Will there be a season 2 though?
Oh, brother, I wish.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can't say much. Yeah.
I'm praying.
But I'm sure something's happening
because Aryan is mysterious, man.
Yeah.
Like, as you can tell.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I hope within that mystery lies a season 2.
Absolutely.
And a redemption for Sameer.
Redemption arc. Absolutely. Well, I want to ask you about this also. It's a great pool of actors where you have like new gen actors like Laksh and Raghav Jual who probably played like head-on competitors in Kill, and then they're playing best friends over here. You have Bobby Deol playing a fictional version of himself.
Yeah.
And you have all these great actors doing these cameos. Probably after Om Shanti Om and Luck by Chance, we get to see these great actors appearing out of nowhere, playing heightened versions of themselves. How do you, like, what was the whole experience? It must have been a circus for you to be a part of this logistical circus, I feel.
Definitely. I mean, even though I didn't have many scenes with Laksh and Raghav, though they were on set for that proposal scene. I don't know if you've seen it. Yeah, that was a funny scene.
Yeah, for sure.
But I spent most of my time with Sahir. I spent most of my time with Bobby sir, and that's about it, you know. And obviously Divik.
Oh yeah.
Divik, brother. The amount of times I've heard, "Oh my God, I've got such a big crush on Divik," and I'm like, wow.
He's very different. I mean, I've had a brief interaction with him. He's very different. Like his on-screen, off-screen personality and on-screen personality is like completely contrasting.
Brother, you know what's funny? I saw him at a party 3 days after the release of Bads. I walk into this party, and first of all, I was so happy because the first time I walk into a place and everyone's like, oh.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
And Divik was there.
Yeah.
And Divik just being the guy, the sweet, like, you know, just the cool and very calm, like, bro, I was like, damn, he's good. Like, you know, he's actually good, bro. He's such a different person off screen, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, probably the second person to make Pushpa famous after Allu Arjun. So, I mean, if you look at it that way, crazy show, man. I mean, I'm really glad that you got your flowers, and you're hoping that you have a garden of flowers with everything that you do moving forward, and with your music as well. And please listen to his wonderful music if you already haven't. We're going to list it in the description. And
thank you, brother.
Thank you so much for your time,
brother.
It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. You've got such a great, warm energy, and you really seem, the passion is really seen through in every word that you're saying. So,
wow, thank you.
I think that's what even was really something that people got to see by the means of your acting in this show. So
thank you.
Kudos to you, and can't wait to have another conversation with you very soon.
And Bharat, if you don't mind, I have to do this for my team.
Yes.
Okay. But guys, please check out our latest track that is gonna release this Halloween. Okay. Irfana's on it, one of the top rappers of the country, and we're launching a new artist. Her name is Sitarah, and she's only 16. She's got a beautiful voice, and the music is made by Akash Emmy Award winner, bruv.
Yes,
so
let's go.
Since it's a radio, bruv, you guys have to check it out. You guys have to. I just had to do that. I'm sorry.
Oh, not at all. We're more than happy to be plugging wonderful music that y'all are conspiring. Well, thank you so much, and you can let us know your favorite scene involving this very gentleman in the comment section. And well, here's to more conversations and many more great acting projects.
Brother, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
94.3 Radio 1.